Hello, good morning. Welcome to Motivation Morning with Mercy. Yes, it's been a while, right? Well, not that long, Sha. I hope you have really had time to go through the first three um, videos for the journey to self-actualization. Yeah, if you have, then you know that the last element on this self-development phase is what we're going to talk about today, which is the action phase. Okay, just a quick recap on what we've done so far. So we talked about self-awareness, how important it is in the journey to self-actualization. Self-awareness, which one of the method of us actually becoming more aware about ourselves is through self-reflection. So imagine you take a time, to reflect on yourself and to kind of like, okay, know more about yourself and all that. So in that process, you realize that there are some things you kind of like start getting a hinge of like, okay, oh really, I do this. Oh, are you serious? I really do my hand like this when I'm talking, or I really do this and all that. So those little things that we think might not necessarily be important, we are able to identify them during the self-awareness phase, which happens through the self-reflection. Yeah, then after that, we the next phase that we talked about is the self-development phase, which we mentioned that we have three elements, right? Which is this excuse me, which is this knowledge, the self-assessment, and the action. The knowledge was when we talked about, and when you now begin to know that the things that you are really up to, or the things that you really do, your attitude, your values, your characters, your behaviors, and all that. When you have a knowledge of them now, not just aware, but you know them, you ask yourself why about them. Like for example, one of the example we gave is when you are saucy, and you ask yourself why you're actually saucy. So you get to know those knowledge about those things that you actually do, your attitude. You just flickle or something, you realize that you are able to find out why you actually have those attitudes or those behaviors, whether it's good, whether it's bad. It's all just identifications all along. Then you have the self-assessment, trying to tell yourself that this particular item that I have, or this particular thing that I do, is it good, is it not good, do I really need it in my to the journey to my self-actualization? Do I really need it? Is it something I need to drop behind? Is it something I need to improve on and all that? So that's what the self-assessment actually help us do. It helps us to kind of like calibrate the things we have been able to identify and know, and then know which we are leaving behind, which we are turning off, which we are improving on, and even items that we need, okay, and all of that. Then the last item on the self-development journey is what we call actions. Here is just as the word sound. Now you are aware, you have knowledge of those things, you have reflected on yourself and see the things that you do and all of that. You have also assessed them to know, are these things good, are they bad, is this something that you need to improve on, or is it something that you just need to just do one or two things about, right? So all those things you have already been able to identify them. So the last thing here that you need right now is what? The actions. And what are we talking about when we talk about actions? It means that now I told myself that I'm going to drop some things, right? It's not like it's an item in a bucket that you can just pick up and drop. No, you know that these are things that are internal. Some of them are even psychological, so they take process, they take time to actually throw away some traits and build in some other traits. They are like skill sets for some of them and all that. Some of the things we also identify is not just attitudes and behavior. I also mentioned that you identify what skills, talents, and all that, the things that you have that actually takes you to that self actualization journey. Now, the action part is talking about after all our assessment, we have calibrated, we have done all our, all the calibrations, our measurement, we have done all our assessments and all. And now what we want to do is action. The things that we say we want to throw away, if it's probably it could even be the way you work. I know that you might just want, okay, you want to touch up yourself a little, and or the way you dress and all that. So you make actions of those things. How do you start building those things? How do you really start making adjustment to all those things you have identified and know? That is what the action talks about. So you are deliberate. This requires a lot of what deliberate attention You are deliberate about things now. Someone tells you, why you're talking to, oh sorry, oh really, okay, I'm sorry, I'm working on that. Like, you're intentional, you're self-conscious about these things, and you work on them. So that's what the action actually means. It's a deliberate effort for us to actually say, okay, these things that we have identified and all that, what we make points, we start doing what we say we're going to do about them, and all that. So that's basically what we talked about today. So actions, that brings us to the end of the self-development phase on the self-actualization journey. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope you learned one or two things, and probably some things you're already aware of, just revisiting them through my thought process and all that. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. As always, I love you so much. Please subscribe to my channel, share if you really like this, let other people also come to to see it and all that. I love you. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Bye.